So Greg, I just wanted to ask you a few questions about setting PRs at an advanced level. Because lately you've been setting PRs like crazy. I saw the videos where you hit that 275-pound incline for 5, that standing press 195 for 5, and what was the weight to chin up? 145?
Yeah, 145 for 4.
What I wanted to ask you is, beyond the intermediate level, what rate of strength gain should one expect?
Right. Yeah, that's a really good question. It kind of depends. I mean, I was able to add 2.5 pounds per week to a lot of my key lifts at an advanced level. Like I went from 260 on incline for 5 to 275 in a short period of time, but then you stall. So like basically at this point, I sort of stall out around 275, even go down in strength, which is something that you talk about too. Sometimes you go down in strength. And so what I have to do now is basically focus on a different exercise, same muscle group, like incline dumbbell bench. And then I'll probably get really strong in incline dumbbell. Like my first workout with incline dumbbell, I hit 120 pound dumbbells for 7. So, I mean, yeah, you can make good, solid strength gains for about a month.
Yeah, usually when you train like we do, going very high intensity and very close to your limit, I noticed that for short periods of time you make awesome progress very fast, but at some point you stall and you lose strength for a while, but then you go back. So how often do you have these bad workouts when, let's say, when you expected to hit 5 reps with a given weight, you get 3 or something like that?
Man, it's so funny. It's like, it's kind of predictable, man. You can feel it. For advanced lifters, you can see about a good progress for about a month, hitting PR, whether that's doing micro loading or like increasing reps, then adding the 5 pounds, increasing reps, and then you'll hit that stall. And what you just asked me about is like, how often do you hit that kind of plateau or go down in strength? And it's kind of typical. It's like, as you're PR, and you'll set PRs, and then when you don't set a PR, usually you set like an opposite of PR, usually you go down. And when you do that, that's what I call the feedback to change the exercise on that workout.
I know that you don't do deloads. Do you think that people do deloads because of this? Because they hit that point where you stall, and that's the signal that you should go lower in intensity for a while for your body to recover and then to go back?
The reality is if you're training really intelligently, there's no need to ever do a deload. I think the exercise rotation solves all issues. I'm not going to say you're going to go back stronger. I usually do because I have so much experience lifting that I have like the form and the muscle memory doing. Some people, if they go from barbell bench press and then do dumbbell bench press, they go back to barbell, like, what, I'm so much weaker. It's because they don't have the experience and the time with the barbell. So when they haven't done it in a couple of weeks, they're like, how the hell does this bar thing work? And they're like, I'm exaggerating, but
that's exactly my experience, because I'm at a level where I can make gains for, let's say, 2 months, maybe 2 months and a half before I hit that point where I no longer make gains. For me, it takes a few weeks to get back into learning that movement and to start that flow of progression again. For example, today I went from doing seated dumbbell press to standing press, and I wasn't as strong as I was when I was doing standing press, because the form felt awkward. I don't know, I felt weaker overall.
That's okay, because then as you get ramp up, you'll hit your past PR, and then you'll be able to make a few PRs after that. So
exactly.
You'll hit these PRs, you'll hit this amazing rate of PRs. But if you were to do that for a year, you'd be the strongest man alive. So it's like it hits, and then you have to do something else for a while, and then when you come back, you're here, and you hit here, and you come back for a while, and then you hit here. And one thing you do, we're doing beginners, is let's say you don't want to fall back too much on your standing press, but you want to do dumbbells. Go into the gym, do warm-ups, do 2 or 3 warm-ups with a standing press, so you have that movement and you have the technique. So let's say your standing press right now you can do 150 pounds or whatever that is in kilos. So let's say your PR was 150 pounds. Maybe come into the gym, maybe hit 90 pounds for 5 reps. then do like 120 for 3 reps. So it's still pretty easy. You're just like, it's an easy workout. And then when you're gonna go into your heavy set of shoulder presses, you do dumbbells.
Okay.
When you go back to the barbell, see, for me, I don't lose strength. Sometimes I'm so nearly fresh when I switch from dumbbells to barbells. I'm like, what? Fucking PR. But it's because like I've got 10 years of training experience. See, here's the thing: is sometimes on those workouts, those exercises that really take a lot out of you, they really burn you out. Is learning to go into the set relaxed. Because one of the things that people will overuse, I use this a little bit, but people see me do this in one set in one workout. They think I do it on everything. Sometimes I'll get a little bit pumped up. I'll pump myself up. I don't really do that anymore, man, because it takes a lot more neural fatigue. It kind of drains you. The more you huff and puff and like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this set, the less strength, the more exhaustion you create on your nervous system. I remember I was training with two of the guys following Kinobody that made amazing results when I was in Florida. We worked out together, and I had to tell them because they were like getting so pumped up on every set. I'm like, hey guys, like this is gonna actually burn you out really fast. It's really hard to come in stronger. Try and be relaxed. It's okay to do that on like your big heavy set, like get a little bit excited. But I don't even do that now. I don't even get too excited, man. You can turn things on. Like some people are like, oh, I listened to some good music, so I got like 3 more reps. I'm like, you're friggin' an idiot. Nothing is gonna stop me from hitting what I can hit. Nothing. Like even if I was like relaxed all day, I'm gonna be able to turn it on. Another thing you can do is this. I was working on my basement. I don't have heavy dumbbells, so I was like, you know what? The next workout, instead of hitting that 4 to 5 reps on my first set, I'll go for 8. I'll do a few weeks of. I'll go down to 175. Go for about 7-8 reps. And then I'll start my heavy set at 7-8 reps, and I'll go to 9 to 10 reps, and I'll go to finish off with like 12 reps, and I'll build strength in the higher rep ranges for a few weeks, so that when I go back to the heavy weight, it feels novel, it feels refreshed, it doesn't feel like there's this pressure anymore.
I started doing this intuitively also. I went to do a chest workout one day, and I just didn't feel it. I knew that I couldn't replicate last week's performance. So what I did is what you just said. I reduced the weights by around 15%, and I did 8 reps in my first set and higher rep in the other ones. And the funny thing is that when I went back to doing 5, 6, 8, I could go higher. I was stronger.
So this seems like this is more effective for you than exercise rotation. Work in some exercise rotation, but maybe even just to work on more volume. Like when I said when I was working at home, I was doing more minimalist, and I went to the gym, hitting the machines, doubling up on the volume. So maybe when you do exercise rotation, you're focusing more on like a little bit more volume to get a bit more muscle growth. Yeah,
I actually have this theory that what you enjoy most is actually what would be most effective for you.
Right. That's a good theory. It's funny because a lot of people say the opposite. Like you got to do what you hate. You gotta do what you hate. That's yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. All right, so we said we're not gonna do this video very long, so we're gonna end it here. I want to thank the Kinobody audience for having me here. Greg, thanks for these tips. I'm gonna apply them to my training, especially that one with changing the rep range instead of the exercise, and I'll let you all know how that goes.
Awesome. And for guys that don't know, Radu's been putting out some really awesome videos on his channel. Make sure to check out his channel. I'll put an annotation. He's at Think, Eat, Lift. He's got some really great stuff. He's actually he's one of the few channels I actually watch these days. And if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and go over to kinobody.com/survey to take the physique survey, and I will see you soon.